fastest growing country in Africa.
What exactly do you mean by ethnic federalism?
Now, where you have landowners, the Ishekiris have lived in the land, the Igbos have lived in the land for long, you cannot but have a federation that recognizes these nationalities. They are nations. You know, so Nigeria is a country of many nations. So once you recognize that in the structure, it is then that you can arrive at a Nigeria. But if you go the American approach, which is of people who are immigrants coming up there, this is what Nigerians tend to think, and that's what you were reading about. It's not possible in Nigeria. You cannot kill the feeling of a man being a Buki man, a Yoruba man being a Yoruba man. Now, and this idea was recognized in the 1963 Constitution. It is just because my colleague in the military, I call them the politicians in uniform, hijacked the process for their own interests, that they distorted the federalism. All we are asking for is a return to what is really federalism. We're not asking for anything more.
Okay. Let's look at the issue of federalism as part of the conversation. What aspect, if you were asked, or you will be asked, or you will be expected during the course of the coming weeks and possibly even months to talk about what kind of federalism you will be saying we should have? Would you be focusing on fiscal federalism or geographical, or what kind of federalism would you be proposing?
Well, let's not confuse issues. Federalism is federalism all over the world.
So there's no difference.
The Locus Classicus book on federalism is by Professor Ware, Apadora and Politics, Nwabweze, Obafemi Awolowo, and Nauru. It is a function of your country. What kind of country do you have? Is it multi-ethnic? Is it heterogeneous?
Like ours?
Is it multi-religious? Nigeria is going about the process of nation building in a wrong manner. And that's why we're not getting it right. And I shudder. I wonder why, if in other jurisdictions, countries that share similarities with us have devised means of ensuring that you have unity in diversity, why are we beating about the bush? India is a classical example for you. Just as we have fault lines in Nigeria on the basis of religion, ethnicity, cultural differences, and all of that, they have come up with a constitution. It's a work in progress in any way. There is no way you're going to have a constitution that will address all your problems in one fell swoop. We have been on this for a very long time, starting from 1922, Richards, Littleton, Clifford, Matheson. For me, the way to go is, I'm a Yoruba guy. Nationalism is a sentiment. You can't take it away from people. It's your being.
Indeed.
It is. And let nobody, I'm appealing, tag ethnicity as if it's an albatross. No. It's not supposed to be. But when you don't handle it the way it's supposed to be handled, then you have a problem.
That's it.
In the U.S.,
That's it.
there are Native Americans, the Red Indians. They have their own government in places where you don't tamper with it.
Yes.
America is also divided along North and South divide. Don't forget, in 1787, when Articles of Confederation of America was to be amended, the Lord Hamilton of this world, the James Madison, the George Washington, so much on their own, thought that no, amending these Articles of Confederation of America won't take us to anywhere. And they wrote a brand new Constitution of America, which has ensured and guaranteed prosperity for America. That is the challenge for us here now. Now, when President Jonathan said that we shouldn't look at this from ethnic disposition, I'm a Yoruba man. We have what is called Yoruba agenda. What is Yoruba agenda? Federalism, pure and simple. Parliamentary system of government, regional autonomy. I am worried that what we had in 1951, when my hero, that man of uncommon ability, Shobami Awolowo, was first and foremost leader of government business and then premier. We had limited self-government and we had regionalism. that ensure that the greatest good was made available to the greatest number. Why are we running away from that model? Another question that I want to ask. Are we pretending to know Nigeria more than an Ahmadu Bello, or an Awolowo, or an Azikiwe, or indeed the colonial overlords that cobbled us together when they were living? They knew they had cobbled different nations together under a geographical expression called Nigeria. Nobody is taking anything away from Nigeria. We can work on our unity and achieve harmonious unity as prescribed by Awolowo. If we don't know Nigeria as much as aforementioned people knew Nigeria, why have we changed the template they left in place in conjunction with colonial overlords? The template that made a Unife, Ibadan, Ahmadu Bello, Nsukka world-class universities. Ask him as he's sitting down. I worked very closely with his brother, Yerima Shetima. We were together in Pronaco. Why should we abandon that template that allowed Awolowo to establish the first television station in Black Africa before half of Europe had it?
Okay, if I may just take you off from there and just very quickly, do you think that this national conference has capacity to drive us, or potential to drive us towards finding where we missed the link or the bridge into getting into the right...
I believe so. In Yoruba land, we say, when a young star stumbles, he looks ahead. When an old man stumbles, he looks back. And then he will look back and say, where have I gone wrong? Where have I gone astray? The template that made all those things happen. World Health Organization enunciated World Health Free something in 1970. Obafemi Awolowo did it in 1952-53. Some of us are nostalgic. Ask him, they will tell you, the golden years of administration in Nigeria were the years of Ahmadu Bello. Ask a Yoruba man. He will tell you, we never had it so good as we did under Awolowo. Ask an Igbo man. He will tell you, Azikiwe and the other person that succeeded him, Okpara. Now, for me, it's very simple and straightforward. The challenge in Nigeria is, how do we ensure we have unity without sacrificing diversity? Put in another form.
That's it.
When you advocate for regional autonomy, is it mutually exclusive with unity? No, I don't agree. Both of them can work together. But let nobody sacrifice the welfare of Nigerians on the altar of unity.
Okay.
But you didn't answer his question.
What's the question again?
Does the conference have the potential to take us back to those nostalgic days?
Absolutely. It depends on the delegates. Are you moved by patriotic zeal? Do you want us to rejig Nigeria? Do you want us to rework Nigeria? If you want to, and I don't have any doubt whatsoever, because we are not immune from all these challenges.
Okay.
Nobody is immune.
Let me ask Colonel the same question, since he's also a member. Do you think that this conference has the potential?
It's in our power, we the people, we will represent. If we fail to take the chance, we should blame nobody. Really, all indications are there that it's left for us to take advantage. The thing I would say is this: I beg some of our delegates that they should get away from this idea of doing things the usual way. We have the biggest security challenges, that kids, school children, are being murdered in some part of our country, that so much unemployment. We really need to be very simple. We really need to be patriotic and compassionate in how we get out of this trouble. And the way to get out of this trouble is that the structure we have now is very corruptive. It will not create jobs. But if you allow people to create wealth by themselves, it will enable them to create jobs. So it's very important.
Okay, let's quickly take a call. I understand there's a caller on the line. Maybe we've lost the call.
Hello,
Yes.
and I'm sweet.
Oh, okay, good. Good morning. Welcome to Sunrise this morning.
Good morning.
Yep, please make your point quickly.
Hello?
Yes, Matthias, please go on, make your point.
Okay, I just want to ask a question, specifically for the two delegates that are there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about what they are going to be discussed and what they are going to be discussing, in the